Take a moment. Maybe you're listening to this while driving, maybe you're walking outside, or maybe you're sitting somewhere quietly with a cup of coffee, wherever you are. Pause for just a second and imagine something. You wake up tomorrow morning. Everything looks the same. The same room, the same ceiling, the same morning routine slowly coming to life. But something feels different. A question appears in your mind, a simple question, but a powerful one. Am I actually living my life, or is life mostly just happening to me? Most people don't design their lives, they slowly drift into them. The moment awareness begins. If you're honest, many people spend years on autopilot. We react to circumstances, we follow expectations, we repeat routines, wake up, work, scroll, sleep. And before you realize it, years have passed. But at some point something shifts. A new desire appears, a quiet but powerful one. The desire to live consciously, to stop merely reacting to life and start shaping it. And that is where personal mastery begins, not with success, not with perfection, but with one powerful realization. I can grow. I can understand myself better. I can change my thoughts. I can develop my behavior. And when I change those things, my life begins to change too. The moment you realize you can grow, your life stops being random. The four forces that shape your life. When you look at people who consciously shape their lives, something stands out. Their life rarely feels accidental. There is direction, focus, clarity. And when you look closer, you often discover something interesting. Their lives are guided by four powerful forces, four foundations: your energy, your communication, your mindset, and your self-worth. When these four are aligned, something remarkable happens. You gain control over your life, not because life becomes perfect, but because you become stronger. Force 1, energy. Let's start with something that most people underestimate: energy. Think back to a day when everything just worked. You woke up feeling good, your mind was clear, you had motivation. Decisions were easy, problems felt smaller, you felt capable. Now think of the opposite. A day where you're exhausted, your mind feels heavy, even small tasks feel difficult. The world hasn't changed, but your energy has. And that changes everything. Energy is the fuel of your life. Without it, you can't lead your day, you can't pursue goals, you can't make powerful decisions. Which means personal growth often doesn't start with goal setting. It starts with a much simpler question. How well do I take care of my energy? Through sleep, through movement, through rest. By paying attention to what drains you and what recharges you. Your life doesn't run on motivation, it runs on energy. Force 2, communication. When people hear the word communication, they usually think about conversations with others. But there is a conversation happening far more often, the one inside your own mind, the voice that says, I can do this. Or the voice that whispers, this will never work. That internal dialogue shapes everything: how you feel, how you react, how you make decisions. Some people live with a constant battle inside their mind, doubt fighting ambition, fear fighting desire. But something powerful happens when you become aware of your thoughts. You realize something important. Thoughts are not always truth. They are simply thoughts. You can observe them, question them, and sometimes replace them with better ones. And that is where freedom begins. Your thoughts are not commands, they are suggestions. Force 3, mindset. Everything humans have ever built started as a thought, an idea, a belief. But not every belief helps us move forward. Many beliefs are created by past experiences. Maybe someone once told you, you can't do that. Just be normal. Don't take risks. Over time, those experiences create something like a mental blueprint, an internal operating system. And that system quietly influences how you see yourself. So the real question isn't just, what do you think? The deeper question is, Who taught you what to believe? And once you begin questioning that, something opens up. Space for growth, space for possibility. Most limits in life are not real. They are inherited beliefs. Force 4. Self-worth. At the heart of personal mastery lies one important question. What do you believe you are worth? Not what others say, not what society expects, but what you truly believe deep inside. People with strong self-worth behave differently. They make decisions, they take risks, they allow themselves to fail and learn. But when self-worth is low, the opposite often happens. People hesitate, they doubt themselves, they constantly seek approval. Self-worth is not just a feeling, it is the foundation of how you live. You don't get what you want in life, you get what you believe you deserve. Growth lives outside the comfort zone. Most people love certainty. We like what feels familiar, what feels safe. This is what we call the comfort zone. And there's nothing wrong with comfort, but there is one problem. Inside the comfort zone, very little changes. Growth usually begins just outside of it, where things feel slightly uncomfortable, where you try something new, where doubt appears, but also where you discover something surprising. You are capable of more than you thought. Short form hook. Comfort feels safe. Growth feels uncomfortable. The power of questions. One of the most powerful skills in personal growth is learning to ask better questions. Most people search for answers, but powerful answers start with powerful questions. Questions like, what do I truly want? Why do I do what I do? What can I learn from this situation? Good questions create clarity, and clarity creates direction. Better questions create better lives. A different way to see problems. When something goes wrong, most people ask the wrong question. They ask, why is this happening to me? But there is a far more powerful question. What can I learn from this? Or, what can I do to change this? With just one different question, your entire perspective shifts. You move from being the victim of your life to becoming the author of it. Victims ask, why me? Leaders ask, what now? Kindness. Finally, something simple but powerful. Kindness. In a world filled with stress, speed, and distraction, kindness can be surprisingly powerful. A smile, a kind word. Sometimes that's enough to change someone's entire day. But remember this too, be kind to yourself. You don't have to be perfect. Growth takes time, and every step counts. Personal mastery doesn't mean you control everything. It means you live consciously. You take responsibility for your thoughts, your choices, and your growth. And every day, you try to become just a little better than yesterday. Because life is not about perfection, it's about evolution. Keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, live your life with intention. Your life will either be designed by you or by your habits.